Everyone. Today we are going to talk about Socrates' given word or Socrates' given philosophy known as euthanasia. Euthanasia means mercy killing, or if we paraphrase the word of Socrates, it's a good death. Socrates has said in Greek, euthanasia means a good death. Death which is peaceful, death which is painless, death which is abrupt. No pain, no grief, no agony, no any kind of sorrow, no any kind of death-related miseries. That is called euthanasia. Definition of euthanasia goes like this. When somebody or some animal or some creature becomes debilitated, cannot move, cannot walk, cannot talk, cannot eat, lost the memory, cannot recognize people, cannot recognize his own relatives, wife or children, spouse or siblings, incapacitated, totally vegetative state, like it happens in Parkinson, Alzheimer, coma, brain dead. Person is not actually sick. Heart is working fine, all the organs are working fine, every single thing is okay, but he is in coma, his brain is dead. He's going to stay in coma for a long period of time and consume national resources, family resources, personal resources. Or the people in Parkinson, they cannot do anything by themselves. They need 24 hours of care, like baby, like 2 months old baby. When people actually get into this kind of state of health, euthanasia is given, meaning with the permission of his or her relatives, doctors are going to administer diamorphine to that person, and that person is going to go into slumber, go into deep sleep, and within a couple of days, without any kind of pain, without any kind of feeling, any kind of agony, any kind of grief, the person is going to die off. That is called euthanasia. In blunt language, we can say killing of our own loved ones, maybe grandpa, great-grandpa, parents, even give euthanasia to their brain-dead young kids who are involved in any kind of accident and body is perfect, intact, but brain is damaged. They slip into coma and the doctors don't give any kind of guarantee or warranty about that person's revival. This kind of people are given euthanasia by doctors in a legal procedure. Half of the nation of the world have already endorsed, accepted euthanasia. India has also accepted euthanasia, but it is very properly controlled, properly monitored, regulated by government and medical community, healthcare workers, the doctors, the expert doctors. They actually carry out this kind of euthanasia procedure on the patient. It's not like that you go to the hospital and they tell that, doctor, I want my great-grandfather to be given euthanasia, and the doctor says, okay, bring him and you're going to give him. No, nothing like that. It is very controlled procedure. In good old days, euthanasia was given to animals. Like, for example, the horse actually broke one or two legs, cannot walk. Veterinarian cannot fix it. So veterinarian is going to say that this horse is going to suffer for the next 2-3 years. He will never get up. It is going to stay like this. It will never run, never get up. So the master of the horse would give the horse euthanasia and kill it. It's a mercy killing, meaning the master of the horse had mercy, pity for the horse, pity for horse agony, the pain, excruciating agony, and to liberate this horse or dog from its pain, the master will give it euthanasia, so that dog's agony ends. Same thing is now applied to human. Though 2200 years ago Socrates has said that it's a good idea to die without any kind of pain, good death, but we did never accepted it. We always thought it's immoral, unethical, ungodly. It is ruthless thing to do to our own people, own loved one, own relatives. 20 years, 22 years, 2200 years later, realization has come to us, and we have realized that it's better to give mercy, killing, or euthanasia to our very elderly, very fragile, bedridden, incapacitated relatives. Why? To liberate them from the pain of dying. Death can come sooner rather than later. So that's why it's called mercy killing. I have prepared 5 points pertaining to that, and we are going to elaborate 1 point at a time for you to understand. My first one is life must be terminated when it has no quality. Look, every doctor, when he becomes a doctor, he has to take an oath. This oath is known as Hippocratic oath. Hippocrates was the first doctor in the world, the father of medicine. Hippocratic oath in which he has to repeat that I'm going to use my knowledge, my potential, my prowess to save life and not to take life away from anyone. But oath also says in the definition that life means a qualitative life. If life does not have quality, it is lesser life, it's much less life. It is not worth the living life. So quality is the most important thing. Quality is highlighted. Quality is actually the most vital and pivotal concept in life. In euthanasia, they say that quality of life is gone. What is the use of prolonging the life? Life without quality is not life. Life without quality is not life at all, according to Hippocratic philosophy in medical science. So when someone loses the quality of life, doctors say that there is no point to keep this person alive on the artificial support system. There is no point in keeping the person alive. There is no point in keeping that person alive artificially and prolong his pain, pre-demise pain. So doctors and the relatives both will get together and decide that when this person is going to come back, then it is better to put this person to his demise, death, by giving him euthanasia. Point number 2. Dr. Kevorkian, the doctor of death, revolutionized it in the world. There was a doctor named Kevorkian. He got the sobriquet as Doctor of Death in America. That was over 30 years ago. Euthanasia was still considered to be ruthless, inhumane, uncivilized way to kill people. It was considered to be homicide, totally 100% homicide. But Kevorkian actually changed the mind of everyone in America and in Europe. Dr. Kevorkian was arrested number of times. Judicial system of America was actually charging him for homicide, that you are killing people. He was saying that, no, sir, I'm not killing people. I'm not killing healthy people. I'm actually killing the people who are mercy killing euthanasia because they had no quality of life. They were suffering human beings. They were incapacitated. They were bedridden human beings. They wanted to get rid of their life. They wanted to get rid of their existence. All I did was help them to liberate from their pain and sufferance. 8 to 10, 12 times he was arrested, 8 to 10 times he was acquitted. He was let go. And he actually converted the minds of the people from euthanasia being ruthless to euthanasia being mercy-killing, necessary, essential concept. That was Dr. Kevorkian. Point number 3. Half of the world, including India, has endorsed it. Now gradually every nation ruminates about it, meditate about it, mulls about it, use their musics about it, and the more they think, the more they accept and endorse the concept. Larger than 50% of the nations have already endorsed that concept that euthanasia is after all logical thing, after all sensible thing, after all it is civilized thing. There is nothing wrong with that. And they endorse it and they allow it everywhere in the world. There was a movie made by Bollywood, something about 10, 12 years ago. Title was Gujarish. In Gujarish, the hero falls down and breaks his vertebra, breaks his spinal cord, and he's paralyzed neck down. There's no quality of life. He doesn't see any kind of quality of life, so he wants to die. He wants doctors to administer euthanasia. It was illegal in India. So he goes to the Supreme Court. And finally he gets a consent, approval from the Supreme Court, the endorsement from the Supreme Court that this person who has no quality of life must be given euthanasia. And after this movie, Gujarish, a kind of revolution started in India, kind of waves began to blow, kind of thinking began to change and convert, and today, under the strict regulation of the doctor, strict monitoring of the doctor, person can achieve euthanasia if the doctors are going to give endorsement to that patient that he deserves. He should be given respite. He should be given slumber. He should be given heavenly sleep. And that kind of person is given euthanasia. Point number 4. God giveth and God taketh away, not man. Every single thing in the world, everything, every religion, every philosophy, every concept, every education, everything, every talk, every political system, every economic system cannot be accepted by 100% of the people. There are always pro and con people. Some people are opponent to, some people are proponent to. Even religious are not 100%. That means Hindu religion could not be accepted by 100% of the people, nor Judaism was accepted by 100% of the people, nor Christianity, nor Islam, nor Jainism, nor Buddhism, nothing. Because always, if there are 10 people, 5 people will accept, 5 people will reject. Same way, euthanasia is accepted by half of the nation of the world, and half of the nation of the world reject it. So there are opponents. Opponents are saying biblical proverb. They are quoting the biblical quote, God giveth and God taketh away. Life is something that given by God, and life is something taken away by God, not by man. Man cannot take away our life because he has not given it. Anything that you have not given, you cannot take away. Something that you have given to someone, loaned someone, he has borrowed someone from you, then you can take it away. But something you have not given to anyone, how can you claim that that thing belongs to you? These people are making this kind of argument that God giveth. Life is given by God, and God taketh away. And the life will be taken away from us only and only and only by God. No human, no doctor, no judge, no Supreme Court judge, nobody has any kind of right on life. That is why those people who are opponent of capital punishment. Capital punishment means hanging the person or decapitating the person like in Saudi Arabia. They are making the same kind of argument on the same biblical court. Same biblical proverbial thing. God giveth and God taketh away. Hey, king, what right do you have to kill person because you have not given him the life, so you cannot take it away from him. So that is God giveth and God taketh away. Fifth one is fiercely controversial issue. Fiercely controversial issue across the globe among pro-life. Those people who call themselves we are pro-life means we are in favor of life, not in favor of death. These pro-life people are making this kind of claims, this kind of argument vehemently, fiercely. That, hey doctor, don't touch my relative. Even if he's dying, even if he's old, even if he's incapacitated, even if he suffers from debilitating disease, totally debilitating disease, even if he is vegetative, even if he is like a teeny tiny baby, but he is my relative and you have no right to take his life away from him. So don't come closer to my great grandpa and let him die natural death. Keep your euthanasia and keep your dimorphine for your great-grandfather, not my great-grandfather. So controversy is going on. Half of the nation is yay-sayer, half of the nations are naysayers. There are two schools of this thought, euthanasia. One school of thought is rightist. They say, okay, this is science, this is better thing for the patient. Patients are also demanding euthanasia. Other school of thought, that's called leftist, they say no. God giveth and God taketh away. Life is a very precious thing. We must keep it. We must cherish it. We must preserve it. We must worship it, and we must venerate it as long as it is with us. It is God only who can take away our life, and not a doctor. Thank you very much for listening. That's all the time we have. Tomorrow we're going to talk about something else. Until then, God bless us all.